This just in, with rumors circulating about the Amongalong, the creature said to be responsible for the Great Depression, along with the deaths of Adolf Hitler, Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Carter, and even you and me someday in the future. Don't worry, we're here with 24/7 coverage to make sure you keep yourself safe from this monstrosity. We're here with lead Amongalongologist Duncan Corcoran, former graduate of Eleanor Roosevelt High School, to inform us on how to keep yourself safe from this monster. Hey Duncan, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Please, would you be able to describe how the Amongalong looks and where it came from?
Well, the Amongalong can have many different forms and shapes. What you have to understand is that by nature, it's a shapeshifter. So it's sexually not dimorphic. What that means is males and females are indistinguishable from one another. You can never tell which is which. They're not born through sexual reproduction either, they're formed through events. Basically, any time that society en masse is experiencing uncertainty or unrest, an Amongalong can take advantage and be formed spontaneously. Their default shape is influenced by historical mythical creatures. So they take the jackal head from Anubis, the Egyptian god, and the griffin body from medieval ancient creatures.
That's interesting. Now, Duncan, can you talk to us about the big things you've learned or found out about the Amongalong?
The Amongalong's primary goal is to obfuscate its origins. So whenever you find something out about the Amongalong, you've really forgotten something you already knew about. Every time I've taken a step forward, I've ended up back where I began, but turned around. The Amongalong can form anywhere, and it can take advantage of time and space. You can never anticipate when an Amongalong will take an advantage and decide it's time to exert its influence over us, its subjects. So, when you ask me what I've learned about it, in truth, it's learned more about me.
Well, thank you so much for all this knowledge and for your time, Duncan. You're saving the next generation. That's all we have to hear from expert Corcoran. Next, we have Mr. Gleason, the English teacher at Eleanor Roosevelt High School. Mr. Gleason has been trained in Amongalongology ever since an Amongalong time ago. He's been trained in combating the Amongalong, and we call him Defense Against the Amongalong Arts Specialist. Mr. Gleason, we have heard about your experiences in being the only one to ever defeat the Amongalong with your second period class in 2017, the graduating class of 2020. You saved the school and the world from the Amongalong, temporarily of course. Please tell us about that experience firsthand.
Well, that was a special group of people. We really worked hard, and they just were very unified. However, some people do say that the effects of the 2020 pandemic was a result of the Amongalong coming back at us. But we were able to just use the power and unity of a second period class. Learning wonderful things together and singing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." It really thwarted the Amongalong in that time period. That class really also bought into the homeostasis training segment of the year, which is really vital if you're trying to defeat the Amongalong.
Yes. Okay. So as you've been training for like an extended period of time, can you go over like the ways you've learned to counter the Amongalong? Everyone watching at home needs to stay safe, of course.
Well, I think most important is having a good routine, which of course means getting your 8 hours of sleep a night, but consuming copious amounts of clear milk, one may even say a plethora. It's just very important to keep your body hydrated because the Amongalong, you never know when he's going to attack, and once you're engaged in a battle, you could be fighting for days. So if your body's not properly hydrated, you could be in intense trouble. I also highly recommend 20 sets of Roosevelt back stairwell stairs. Gotta have strong legs if you want to defeat the Amongalong.
One last question.
Yes.
If you could go on with anything else you know about the Amongalong and give closing remarks to all those trying to stay safe from the Amongalong at home, could you please tell us now?
Stay safe. That's truly never the case with the Amongalong. Can you be safe when the Amongalong is lurking? So I think you always have to be hyper vigilant, not paranoid, of course, but hyper vigilant and stay connected with those around you. That's truly all we can do. One unified force against the Amongalong. Fight the power, the bourgeoisie and the Amongalong.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We thank Mr. Gleason for his expertise in staying safe. Next, we have two eyewitnesses of the Amongalong to join us here today. The first of which is Mr. Gleason's student, Brayan Pacheco, who encountered the Amongalong after being abandoned at a Wendy's. Hello, Brayan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
So, can you tell us about your experiences with the Amongalong?
So somewhere during first quarter, I was doing this rhetoric project, and I'm in Mr. Gleason's class, right? And I had gone to this school, and I went to a Wendy's with all my friends, and I come back, and suddenly I'm alone in this Wendy's, and I've been completely abandoned. And I could see this thing, and I didn't know what it was, but in my head, I knew it was something otherworldly. And from what I know now, it is the Amongalong.
So, can you tell us how you were able to avoid the Amongalong?
So, just to reiterate, I'm in Mr. Gleason's class, and because of that, I learned that I can drink clear milk. And obviously, I'd ordered clear milk the other day, so I drank it, and it warded off the Amongalong, and I'm very happy and grateful for that. So, I'll keep it at that.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for that. Thank you to Brayan. Next, we're here with Alan Bowie. Alan is known for being Mr. Gleason's favorite student and for being one of the best swimmers in the state. Hey Alan, thanks for joining us today.
Of course.
So, we have word that the Amongalong is specifically targeting you. Can you tell us why it may be doing this?
Yeah, so that is in fact true. The Amongalong does target weak people, but one thing I found weird about it was that it targets me. Me, I'm not really that weak. Like, there's this video of me running, we'll show it up real quick. We'll put it up. 0.76 seconds.
Woo!
That might be a new world record.
Okay, and now can you tell us how you were able to fend off the Amongalong for all these years?
I'll do you one better. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars, how I wonder what you are.
He's gone. Thank you to Alan Bowie for his time and knowledge. Hopefully he stays safe. The Amongalong is clearly no joke, but we have researchers here in the school working to stop it. A book is being written about defeating the Amongalong once and for all by student Ronak Verma. The book, entitled To Defenestrate an Amongalong, is set to be released in 3067. Here's what the student has to say about it.
I've been interested in Duncan's research ever since I found out about it, and I want to figure out how to defeat the Amongalong. Nothing poses more of a threat to mankind than it. On the cover of the book, I drew the alleged form of the Amongalong in the top right. Hopefully, if people encounter the creature, they can recognize it and stay safe.
That's all for today's segment on Gleason News. Remember to stay safe out there. Travel in groups, sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and drink your clear milk. Don't be on the edge of the night. And remember, we can never rationalize the Amongalong.